Bonjour, good morning. Today we'll take up the indirect complementary pronoun, something which has already been done in standard 11. The indirect complementary pronoun is otherwise known as the indirect object. It has two forms, lui and leur. Lui will mean to him, to her, or to it. Leur will mean to them. Please notice leur is used without the s, L-E-U-R only. So, two forms of this indirect complementary pronoun. Now, what will Louis replace? Louis will replace all masculine and feminine singular nouns, and leur will replace all masculine and feminine plural nouns. So, what type of nouns will the indirect complementary pronoun replace? The indirect complementary pronoun will replace agrave plus a proper noun, or agrave plus names of persons. Secondly, it will replace agrave plus the definite article and the noun, which is otherwise known as the contraction of the definite article plus the noun. So, you will have o, ala, agrave, l apostrophe and o plus the noun, which will be replaced by the indirect complementary pronoun. Thirdly, it will replace agrave plus any form of the possessive adjective plus the noun. So, your possessive adjectives, you have mon, ton, son, ma, ta, sa, me, te, se, notre, votre, leur, nos, vos and leur plus the noun. So, agrave plus all these forms or any one of these forms plus the noun will be replaced by the indirect complementary pronoun. And fourthly, the indirect complementary pronoun replaces agrave plus the demonstrative adjective plus the noun. So, agrave plus se, set, say plus the noun. Only these things will be replaced by the indirect complementary pronoun. And while replacing these nouns, two conditions have to be satisfied. One is the presence of agrave. That means agrave must always be present in the sentence. And secondly, the noun which has to be replaced has to be a living being. You cannot replace agrave plus non-living things by the indirect complementary pronoun. So, two conditions which have to be satisfied are, one, the presence of agrave before the noun to be replaced, and secondly, the noun which has to be replaced must be a living being only. So, let us look into a few examples. The first example, je parle à Jean. So, here I have written agrave in green and the noun to be replaced by in red. So, here the noun to be replaced is a living being. It is the name of a person. It is a proper noun. So, agrave plus the proper noun will be replaced by the indirect complementary pronoun. Agrave plus Jean. Jean is masculine singular. Therefore, all masculine singular nouns will be replaced by Louis. Louis will replace all masculine and feminine singular nouns. Here Jean is singular, therefore it will be replaced by Louis. So, je parle à Jean will become je Louis parle. And Louis and leur, which is the indirect complementary pronoun, is always used before the verb or in front of the verb. The second example, il a parlé aux enfants. He has spoken to the children. Here, aux is the contraction of the definite article and the noun is written now in red. So, o, which is in green, plus the noun which is in red will be replaced by the indirect complementary pronoun. Here, if you observe, the noun is plural. So, all plural nouns will be replaced by L-E-U-R or leur. And leur will be used right in front of the verb. So, here the verb is a. That is the auxiliary. Sentence is in the passé composé. Il a parlé aux enfants will become il leur a parlé. He has spoken to the children. He has spoken to them. The third example, nous donnons ces cahiers à nos élèves. We give these notebooks to our pupils. Here, you are going to replace agrave plus nos élèves. So, agrave plus the possessive adjective plus the noun. The noun here is again plural. So, you will replace this noun, agrave plus this plural noun by leur. So, leur again used before the verb. Verb is donnons, it is used in the present tense. So, nous leur donnons ces cahiers, we give these notebooks to them. And the last example, ils vendent des pommes à ses enfants. They sell they sell some apples to these children. Here the verb is warned. The noun to be replaced is agra plus the demonstrative adjective plus the noun. So all these three words will be replaced by ler because the noun is in the plural form. So all plural nouns will be replaced by ler. So il, ler, warned, they pom. Ler used before warned because warned is the verb. The indirect complementary pronoun always used in front of verbs. So they sell some apples to them. I hope you would have understood the indirect complementary pronoun. This is only a recap because the chapter has already been done in standard 11. Merci, au revoir, stay safe.